Now first application is electric field due to an infinite line charge. Now what is the meaning of infinite line charge? There is a thin wire which is infinitely long and it is uniformly charged. Thin wire which is infinitely long and uniformly charged. You can see here. Now above and below it is made dotted in order to show that it is infinitely long. ऊपर और नीचे इसको डॉटेड बनाया गया है, किस लिए? ये शो करने के लिए that it is infinitely long and it is uniformly charged. Here we have assumed that it is positively charged. It may be negatively charged also. Now there is a term linear charge density. Linear charge density, charge per unit volume. Linear charge density. Its symbol is lambda. Linear charge density symbol is lambda. And what is its meaning? Charge per unit length. Charge per unit length. That is equals to Q upon L. अगर L लेंथ पर Q चार्ज हो, ये L लेंथ का वायर है और इस पर कितना चार्ज है? Q चार्ज है. Then what will be the linear charge density? It will be Q upon L. What will be the unit? Who can tell? What will be unit?
Newton per meter.
Coulomb per meter.
It will be coulomb per meter. Coulomb per meter. It is clear? Unit will be coulomb per meter. So see here, this is an infinite line charge having linear charge density lambda. Because of this, we have to determine electric field at any point which is at a distance small r from it. एक पॉइंट P है जहां पर हमको इंटेंसिटी फाइंड आउट करनी है. So see here, how will you do this? Because linear charge density is not having the discrete charges. It is having innumerable number of point charges. Innumerable मतलब एक पॉइंट चार्ज यहाँ पर ये है. You can see here. तो एज्यूम कर सकते हो कि पॉइंट चार्ज एक के ऊपर एक रखे हुए हैं. उनकी नंबर क्या है? इनन्यूमरेबल है, which cannot be counted. So how can you determine the electric field due to an infinite line charge at the point P? So that we can found by using Gauss theorem. हम Gauss theorem use करके find out कर सकते हैं. What is the Gauss theorem? As we know that according to the Gauss theorem, electric flux enclosed by a closed surface is 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed by that closed surface. Electric flux enclosed by a closed surface is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed by that closed surface. And electric flux we can find by one more way. इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स को हम एक और तरीके से फाइंड कर सकते हैं. दैट आल्सो यू नो, इट इज द सरफेस इंटीग्रल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ओवर दैट सरफेस. सरफेस इंटीग्रल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ओवर दैट सरफेस. सो सी हियर, here we will assume a hypothetical surface because here there is no surface. We will assume a hypothetical surface called the Gaussian surface. And how much electric flux is enclosed through that Gaussian surface? उसको हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे ये प्रोसीजर फाइंड से और फिर इससे, और दोनों को क्या कर देंगे, इक्वेट कर देंगे. मींस व्हाट इज द बेसिक प्रोसीजर? वी विल एज्यूम ए हाइपोथेटिकल सरफेस called the Gaussian surface. That hypothetical surface is called the Gaussian surface. And then we will find out the electric flux enclosed by that Gaussian surface by using this procedure and by using this procedure. And then you equate them. When you will equate, you will get the value of E. It's clear? Now there are certain properties of Gaussian surface. Number one, Gaussian surface should always be normal to the direction of electric field, which we have to find. So see here, we have to find the electric field at the point P. Electric field at the point P. What will be the direction of electric field at the point P? It will be in this direction. It will be normal to the line charge and away from it. It will be normal to the line charge and away from it. It's clear? This will be the direction of electric field. So Gaussian surface should be such which should pass through that point at which field is required. Number one, ये कहां से पास होना चाहिए? जिस पॉइंट पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालनी है उससे पास होना चाहिए और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन के परपेंडिकुलर होना चाहिए. नंबर टू, it should be symmetrically situated with respect to the source which is producing electric field. अब देख लो, यहाँ जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस हो रही है उसका सोर्स क्या है? ये लाइन चार्ज है. उसका सोर्स क्या है? ये लाइन चार्ज है. ऐसा गॉसियन सरफेस ऐसा होना चाहिए that it is symmetrically situated with respect to the line charge. मतलब गॉसियन सरफेस का हर एक पॉइंट लाइन चार्ज से बराबर डिस्टेंस पर होना चाहिए. गॉसियन सरफेस का हर एक पॉइंट लाइन चार्ज से बराबर डिस्टेंस पर होना चाहिए. एंड व्हाट इज द लास्ट प्रॉपर्टी? गॉसियन सरफेस शुड इंक्लोज ए पार्ट और whole of the source charge body which is producing the electric field. So see here, we will take the Gaussian surface in this way, in the form of a cylinder. Here we have taken a cylindrical Gaussian surface in such a way that the axis is along the line charge. ये सिलेंडर ऐसा है कि इसकी एक्सिस किसके एलांग है? लाइन चार्ज के एलांग है. इस सिलेंडर की एक्सिस इसके एलांग है. सो व्हाट विल बी द रेडियस ऑफ गॉसियन सिलेंडर? दिस इज द गॉसियन सरफेस. हु कैन टेल? रेडियस ऑफ गॉसियन सरफेस. Now all of you try to answer. Distance of point P from the line charge is small r. Gaussian surface का curved surface क्या है? P से पास हो रहा है. इसका curved surface P से पास हो रहा है. And it is having axis along this line charge. So what will be the radius? It will be equal to small r. Every point situated on the curved surface will be at what distance from the line charge? It will be at a distance small r. Curved surface पर कोई भी point हो, सभी की distance यहाँ से कितनी है? Small r. It's clear? Now see here, we have assumed that its length is small l. Now one more thing, here Gaussian surface is having two types of surfaces. You can see here Gaussian surface is having two types of surfaces. This is the Gaussian surface, this is the plane surface and this is the curved surface. ये क्या है? Curved surface है और ये क्या है? Plane surface है. If you see here, the direction of electric field and vector area. If you take a small area here, what will be the vector area direction? It will be normal. Vector area हरदम normal direction में होता है. किस तरफ होगा? In the direction of electric field. But if you take any point here, this point you can name as Q. बताओ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन क्या होगी? What will be the direction of electric field at Q? Who can tell? Direction of electric, it will be normal to the line charge and away from it. Why away from it? Because it is positively charged. It means it will be this. But what will be the vector area? Vector area will be normal to the surface and normal to the surface. क्या होगा? Normal to the surface, it will be this. This will be the normal to the surface. देखिए यहाँ पर surface ऐसे है, surface plane है, तो normal क्या होगा? Upward. Now turn off the audio. So you will make this diagram. Now, how will you write that? I am explaining. You can note down. See here, how will you write this derivation? Derivation is important. It's clear. This derivation is very, very important. So how will you write? Let us consider an infinite line charge having linear charge density lambda. Let P is a point at a perpendicular distance small r from it, at which electric field is required. The direction of electric field. After this, what will you mention? You will mention, no need to write every point because this is not possible to write every point. So first you will write, let us consider an infinite line charge having the linear charge density lambda. Let P is a point at a perpendicular distance small r from it, at which the electric intensity is required. After this, you will mention about the direction of electric field. The direction of electric field at the point P will be normal to the line charge. Normal means perpendicular. Normal to the line charge and away from it. Then you will mention about the Gaussian surface. In order to determine the electric field at the point P, take a Gaussian surface in the cylindrical form such that it passes through the P, such that its curved surface passes through the P and its axis lies along the line charge. Its axis lying along the line charge. It's clear? Now after this, there will be the mathematical steps. Other things you saw on the diagram. So see here, electric flux enclosed by Gaussian surface. So this will be equals to phi E equals to integral vector E dot vector dA over the Gaussian surface. And one more thing, it is a closed surface. ये पूरा surface कैसा है? Closed है. So here we will put this sign. It means that the integration has been done over the closed surface. But now this closed surface is of two types. एक तो closed surface क्या है? Closed surface का एक part क्या है? Curve है, and the other part is plane. If you see this closed surface, its one part is curved and the other part is plane. This is plane, this is plane, while this one is curved. And because of this, you can see that the angle between vector E and vector dA, here it is 0 degree and here it is 90 degree. दोनों जगह पर इसके और इसके बीच का एंगल डिफर कर रहा है. So now we will split it into two parts. So we will write it integral E dot dA over plane surface. Now we will not put circle here. हम circle नहीं रखेंगे. Plus integral E dot dA over curved surface. Now what will be its value over the plane surface? तो देख लो प्लेन सरफेस पर इन दोनों वेक्टर्स के बीच का एंगल कितना है, कौन बताएगा? Who will tell?
90 degree.
90 degree. So vector E dot vector dA will be E into dA into cos 90. E into dA into cos 90. It is clear? So you can see here, you can write this as E dA cos 90 degree over the plane surface plus integral E dA and over the curved surface, what is the angle? 0 degree. Here angle is 0 degree. Here angle is 90 degree. So it will be cos 0 degree. It is curved surface. Now since cos 90 equals to 0 degree and cos 0 degree is 1. Cos 90 degree is 0 and cos 0 degree is 1. So what will happen? This term will vanish. ये term क्या होगा? खत्म हो जाएगा. Because cos 90 is 0. Have you got this point? So what will be left here? Phi E equals to integral E into dA into 1 over the curved surface. This is clear? Now you can see here, as this Gaussian surface, it is symmetrically situated with respect to the line charge. Therefore, the value of electric field at every point of the Gaussian surface will remain same. चाहे हम इस पॉइंट पर फाइंड आउट करें, यहाँ फाइंड आउट करें, यहाँ फाइंड आउट करें, यहाँ फाइंड आउट करें, at every point the value of E will remain same. And why it is same? Because it is symmetrically situated with respect to the line charge. इसकी पोजीशन लाइन चार्ज से symmetrical है. Every point on the curved surface is at a distance smaller. Therefore, E will be same at every point. E will be same at every point. So you can take out E common. When you will take out E common, what will you get? Integral dA over the curved surface. And what is the meaning of integral dA over the curved surface? इंटीग्रल डीए मतलब इस तरीके के जितने सरफेस कर्व्ड सरफेस पर हैं उनके एरिया का टोटल, इस तरीके के जितने सरफेस कर्व्ड सरफेस पर हो सकते हैं उनके एरिया का टोटल मींस टोटल कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया. इट विल बी टोटल कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया. सो यू कैन सी हियर the total curved surface area. Now what is the formula of curved surface area of cylinder? Curved surface area of cylinder 2 pi RH. It will be 2 pi RH. What is R here? R is this, L H here, it is equal to L. So it will be 2 pi RL. It is 2 pi RL. So what can you write? This phi E. Therefore, phi E equals to E into 2 pi RL. This is the equation 1. This is the equation 1. Now we will find out the same thing by using Gaussian theorem. by using Gauss theorem. So see here, from Gauss theorem you can see, from Gauss theorem, phi E equals to Q in upon epsilon naught. What is Q in? Charge enclosed by Gaussian surface. Now all of you see here, Q in is what? It is the charge enclosed by Gaussian surface. Now you can see चार्ज कहां है? चार्ज इस लाइन पर है, चार्ज इस वायर पर है। आया समझे? हमको वो अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज फाइंड आउट करना है जो ये सिलेंडर इंक्लोज कर रहा है। इट्स क्लियर? जो ये सिलेंडर जिसको हम क्या करते हैं? गॉसियन सरफेस, व्हिच वी हैव नेम्ड एज गॉसियन सरफेस। ये कितना चार्ज इंक्लोज कर रहा है? सो you can see it is enclosing this part of the line charge. It is enclosing this part of the line charge. What is the length of this? What is the length of this? बताओ। Line charge L. It is equal to the length of the cylinder. It is equal to the length of the cylinder. और यूनिट लेंथ पर कितना चार्ज है? लैम्डा। सो व्हाट इज ऑन द एल लेंथ? इट विल बी लैम्डा इनटू एल, क्योंकि लैम्डा हमने बताया है इट इज द लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी, चार्ज पर यूनिट लेंथ। 1 सेंटीमीटर पर चार्ज लैम्डा है, तो एल सेंटीमीटर पर कितना होगा? लैम्डा इनटू एल। सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू हियर लैम्डा इनटू एल। It's clear? So what will be phi E? It will be lambda into L upon epsilon naught. This is the equation 2. Now we will equate equation 1 and equation 2. जिनको स्क्रीनशॉट लेना हो ले लें। Now see here, so from 1 and 2. So you can see from 1 and 2, E into 2 pi RL equals to lambda L upon epsilon naught. What will be cancelled here? You can see L will be cancelled. So E equals to lambda upon 2 pi R epsilon naught. Now listen here, we will rearrange the terms. Terms को rearrange करेंगे। हमने कैसे कर लिख लिया? 1/2 pi epsilon naught into lambda upon R. Now further you can write 1/4 pi epsilon naught. कैसे 4 बना लिया? 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया यहाँ। So you will multiply here also 2 lambda upon R. और क्यों हमने 1/4 pi epsilon naught बना लिया? क्योंकि इसकी वैल्यू हमको पता है कितनी है? 9 into 10 to the power 9 in SI unit. So this is the formula of electric intensity due to an infinite line charge at a point whose perpendicular distance is small r. It's clear? Formula of electric intensity due to an infinite line charge at a point whose perpendicular distance from the line charge is small r. Now you can see here what is the relation between E and R. Relation between E and R, directly proportional or inversely proportional? Who can tell? It is directly
Inversely.
inversely proportional. It is, you can answer
Inversely.
inversely. It is inversely proportional. So for a given line charge, this is lambda equals to that E equals to inversely proportional to R. E is inversely proportional to R. So what will be the graph of E versus small r? E is this, small r is this. This graph will be this way. It will be of this shape. जैसे Boyle's law में graph था. It is clear? Now see here, you can see one numerical over it. इस पर बहुत अधिक numerical आए हैं. It's clear. So I am going to tell one numerical over this. You can see numerical number 5 given in your book. Numerical number 5. Now I will take attendance so you don't leave. An infinite line charge, question number 5. An infinite line charge produces an electric field of this. E equals to 9 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb. At a distance 2 centimeter, means R equals to 2 centimeter. That is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. What is the linear charge density? Means lambda you have to find. So just now you have seen the formula. E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. 2 lambda upon small r. You put the value. What is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught? 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 2 lambda upon small r is. Now you simplify. So when you will simplify, you can see 9 will be cancelled with 9 and 2 will be cancelled with 2. So what will be lambda? Lambda will be 10 की power 4 into 10 की power minus 2 divided by 10 की power 9. When you will further simplify, it will be 10 की power 2 upon 10 की power 9. That is 10 की power minus 7 coulomb per meter. 10 की power minus 7 coulomb per meter. It's clear? Now see here. All of you write the experiment which I have said already. Have you got the experiments? सबको experiment मिल गया है?
Yes, sir.
तो सब लोग experiments करें, लिख डालें अपनी नोटबुक पर. आपको अटेंडेंस लेने दो. So this is the basic procedure of determining the electric intensity due to the uniformly charged body. Is clear? Now next is electric intensity due to an infinite thin plane sheet of charge. Infinite thin plane sheet of charge means it will be like this.